Hi guys, this is Tony here from Metal Roos. You're about to sit down and enjoy an interview I just did um, over there, and so do like and subscribe so you can get all this straight into your streaming and into your consciousness as soon as it arrives. So enjoy the interview, and I will. Over to you, Tony. Welcome to Metal Roos. Thank you for coming and chatting with us. I know you're very busy with the new album coming out very soon.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, very busy.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I mean, I can't believe it. 19 studio albums. This is ridiculous. How can that be the case? 19 albums. That's crazy.
Yep, yep. Old men
Yeah,
get.
yeah, yeah. It feels like yesterday when we were watching you on Eurovision, right? Like, it just feels like yesterday. I was talking to my wife. I said, can't be 19 albums. Surely, like it was like only the other day they
Yeah,
were on, but
yeah.
flew by, eh?
True, true. I mean, to be fair, there was seven albums released at once a few years ago. So
Oh yeah, well that sort of does do that. I suppose if you have to,
yeah,
that will do it. I suppose, but it's
yeah,
still. I mean, that's still a lot of music.
yeah. True.
Whether you look at it or not, that's still a lot of music. And the new album, which comes out on the 21st of March, which is limited edition, Dedition, which is a
Yes.
great title, by the way. Uh,
A good pun once again.
I love a good pun. You cannot be a good pun, and you guys are very good at it. Um,
Yes.
your this one really, like, I mean, you've always had that kind of um sort of obviously the horror theme music, but this really hits me in the sweet spot because this is the 80s. It real feels like being back as a teenager in like 85 and being, smuggling in the horror videos from the video shop when my parents weren't watching. It really has that. It
Yeah.
really has that feel, a real um sort of splashy 80s horror movie feel, which I love.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and it comes across. I mean, obviously that was your intention, but it comes across so well in there, all the tracks, and it's a real. It's, I mean, 16 tracks, I believe, isn't it? So that's a fair chunk of an album.
Yeah, yeah. Some of those are like radio theater tracks,
They
like
are
like scenes implemented between the music. But yeah,
still. I still. I mean, you still put it on there. I mean, I agree. Like, I love the SCG TV bit thing. Like, I have to ask you
yeah.
I have to ask what SCG is because am I missing something?
Uh, Wait, let me open Spotify and just to be sure. I think I think on the first album
Yeah.
there was the first SCG, and I will check just to not fuck this up. That would be
That's right.
embarrassing.
No, no, because I'm like, I think I've
Yes,
missed it completely. I'm going STG. What am I? And I thought I'd just ask while we're here because
yes. The first track on the first album is
ah,
Scarctic Circle Gathering.
there you go. So that's where it
Yes,
comes from. Okay, cool. Well,
that is
brilliant.
SCG.
Well, brilliant. So there we go. So for first timers, they'll get it. I've listened to all your albums. I just missed that one completely. That's a quite deep cut, that one. So, um,
Yes.
but I was listening through to the album earlier today, and I have to say thank you for writing a song called Fangoria because that magazine was my Bible. As in, and the lyric even says it. I love the lyrics. This is our Bible. It's like I remember, saving my pennies and going to the newsagent I was too young to buy it because it was full of like obviously quite graphic images. But the
Yeah.
newsagent knew me and he's like, "Yeah, you'll be right. Here, you take it." And I'd smuggle it home like it was some kind of dirty magazine.
Incredible.
Yeah, yeah. So it was like that made me a smile. That I got to that track and I was like, yeah, wow, this is and also, Monster Squad action figures. Like
Yeah.
it's all of our youths, man. I mean, it's all of our generations right in that sweet spot.
Yeah.
And you must have had so much fun recording it.
Yeah, yeah, we did. This was a super nice process. It was my second album with the band, and
Mm,
kind of kind of being more confident with myself and what I want to do, and then also Mr. Lordi kind of knowing what I can do. That made this one an incredibly sort of not easy as in it's easy to make albums, but it was super comfortable making the album, like from my part.
Brilliant. And that's what you, and I get it, or feels that way when you listen to it. It's an uncomplicated, complicated album, if you know what I mean. Like
Yes, yes,
yeah, yeah,
as well put.
yeah, yeah. It's got that, it's clearly layered and textured, like all of your music. It has there's a lot going on, but it feels easy to listen to. Uh,
Good.
yeah, which is what you want. It's really refreshing in the hard rock and heavy metal scene these days because everything's becoming so extremely complicated.
Yes,
Which, look, don't
yes.
get me wrong, I love it. There's a time for it, right? I really love, a bit of progressive metal. I like the complicated things, but there's a time when you just want to put it on in the car, bang your head while you drive in, or, just enjoy feeling young again, which is
Yeah,
this,
exactly,
which is what
exactly.
this does for me, right? Philharmonic
Yeah.
Orchestra. I loved it.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Yeah, yeah. And I think with those little sort of wonderful little radio inserts, it adds a bit of that fun, that bit of that kind of Rocky Horror kind of thing that
Yeah.
which I think we're missing.
Yeah,
There's too,
exactly, exactly. Yeah, and the radio slots in between kind of pull the loosely themed album together into some sort of a story or a storyline.
well, exactly right. And you can do that, can't you? That's the wonderful thing about this sort of thing is that you can get your songs together and you can find a story within them and then draw them together with these things. And
Yeah.
of course, the whole band is on song. I mean, Mr. Lordi's vocals are again, as always, fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it under all that makeup. Like, I don't know how you do it live. You must lose like 10 kilos every tour. I can't imagine.
Ish. I think last tour it was 6 for me.
Wow, I'm sure it would be like because I mean it's okay to be putting it on in a studio, but on a stage with the heat and
Yeah.
the oh gosh, no thank you. It's a I used
It's
to,
a it's a good workout.
oh it would be. I used to go and see Gwar and think the same thing. I'd go, my God, how are they doing this? Like this
Yeah.
must be killing. And then you see you guys, and yours is a much more complicated because it's much more strictly tailored because it's a special effects. It's not like just a fake foam head. This stuff is
Yeah.
skin tight, right? So
Yeah.
so yeah, interesting, interesting how and then, or how he sings so well under all that is another.
Yeah, he does have incredible capabilities with his voice, which
Yeah.
is mind-boggling. The first time I heard him sing, like with me sitting next to him, I was kind of asking, I think I was asking him about like how does like what kind of technique he uses for singing or something, and he just opened his mouth and the loudest fucking noise came out.
And do you know
I
what?
was I was startled.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And it's because I think where you're from, I mean, the country makes unbelievable music.
True,
Like
yeah.
it really does, from like real from the heaviest of heavy to the wonderful softest of folk to the every music's in your DNA as a nation.
B- Ish, yeah, yeah,
Mm. And when I never get disappointed by a band from your part of the world. Never. I
yeah,
always come away and go, wow, these guys, they're hitting it hard. They know what they're doing. Like,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
And
well, especially the metal scene here
oh
is
God, yes.
it's always been like wonderful.
Yeah, it's just, is it because it's where it is? I don't know whether it's because it's close to you know, is it the Arctic Circle? I don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah,
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 Arctic Circle,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You
It
know?
must be the like 70% of the time it's fucking cold and dark and grim and gray. And then also adding to that is we're right next to Sweden, who've always been incredibly good at every music.
Oh my God,
Everything
yes, absolutely. Any
everything coming
country
out
that,
of Sweden
yeah,
is, yeah.
you
So we
produce
always have
ABBA.
the,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
exactly. We always have the kind of, from my point of view, we are always kind of the underdogs, and somehow the underdog status kind of is incredible for brewing up the hate that a metal band needs.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I think that's a big part of why especially Finnish metal is it works.
Oh, but I think it does because it also has that symphonic. You do a lot of symphonic stuff there,
Yeah,
which is sometimes breathtakingly amazing,
yeah.
and like you said with Lordi's voice, and then the quality of your musicians, is just. I think remote countries build these wonderful scenes around them. Does it, Canada does it, you guys do it. I think it's
Yeah, true.
we have to you have to learn to amongst yourselves. It's not like you can just
Yeah.
go down the road and see a band. I mean, where you are, I'm sure to the next town is quite a long way and quite an arduous way to get there, particularly in the deepest winters, right? So,
Well, ish,
ish,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So,
I'm located in the southern part of Finland, so
mm,
it's not as bad as for Mr. Lordi, who's up there at the actual Arctic Circle, which is there's nothing there.
no.
I hope nobody from Rovaniemi is hearing this right now.
I'm sure they would all probably agree.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
they would all. And I mean, come on, they're going to come, not going to go out their door and go, look, it's all green fields.
Yeah,
They know what it
never.
is, right?
Yeah. I think they have like 4 days of summer and then it's all winter again.
Well, there, that's right. I mean, and then it breeds that kind of what are you going to do on dark nights in the cold? You're going to go inside and sing around a
Exactly.
piano, right? It's more likely what they're going to do, yeah. But I do
Yeah,
love,
yeah,
yeah, I love the theatre you guys bring, and it comes out in the albums. It really
yeah.
comes out. The last one and this one, it really comes out. The theatre which is what I think metal used to have and has lost.
Yeah, there used to be a lot more
Yeah,
theatrics and themes
I think
and
so
everything.
because we've it seems in the world of heavy music that we've gone to try and get to be the most extreme that you can be. And
Yeah.
on that in that journey you lose out the theatrical side of it. I mean, Kiss, for instance, are not an extreme band, extremely
Yeah, true. Yeah,
theatrical,
but
right?
yeah.
Ghost, another
Yeah,
one,
that's
very
the
theatrical.
yeah. Yeah.
And I think
Yeah,
that
Alice
Alice
Cooper has
Cooper,
incredible.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah, Iron Maiden.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think where you succeed as a band is that you stuck to your vision.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really important thing. You have changed, of course. You cannot write 19 albums and not
Yeah,
change.
exactly.
But you still stuck to that, love of the horror movie, the kitschiness, the Halloween aspect. I really loved also, by the way, sorry, the bit in Fangoria where you do the Halloween thing, the
Oh
sound
yeah.
like I was like sitting on the bus today listening to it. Oh my, what? I had to sort of like skip it back a bit, listen to it
Yeah.
again. I thought it was really, really cool. Um, from a Halloween love, from a love of Halloween, that I love that movie
Yeah.
so much that
Yeah.
when it comes up, it's like, "Ooh, hey, this is teenage me, man." Um, and I'm so looking forward to see how you take it on the road because it'll be a spectacular, I'm sure.
Yeah. We've been doing the pre-production rehearsals last week and this week, and it looks wonderful again, fantastic, and um,
Yeah.
good theatrics and
Yeah, exactly. When I look, there are times when you just pay your dollars and you go in and you just want to get your head down and get sweaty and go on home. That's fine, right? No problem.
yeah,
But there are also
yeah,
times when you go and you do want spectacle and you do
exactly.
want theatre and you do want
Yeah,
to go away remembering it. in a different way
Yeah.
than you normally would remember it, you
Yeah.
know.
True.
Uh, instead of through the lens of a camera, but through your own memories, you know.
Yeah.
And I think that the world needs more of you guys. It really does. And I, I love the single syntax terror, by the way. I thought that was a very interesting video.
Yeah.
It's one of those lyrics as well that when you hear it, everyone can relate to it, weirdly.
Somehow, yeah.
Somehow, I don't know how, but you
Yeah.
can, right?
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
but also just the whole. I mean, when you go through the tracks on the album, it does make you feel young again. Like I said, like Elizabeth, I really loved. You know,
Yeah.
Fangoria, I loved. Philharmonic Orchestra just is just brilliant. It's just like what, and then of course, limited dedication. I can never say it. Ugh.
It's a tough one.
I'm going. I can't get my lips around it. A limited edition, yeah,
Yes.
is a great worthy of the title track. And I also love the artwork, by the way. Again, you're giving the people who are buying your product something. It's not just a black label and a black cover and
Yeah,
some
exactly.
unreadable title. It's got a lot of fun,
Yeah.
a lot of splashy kind of 60s gore vibe, which I love.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, I I just think brilliant. It's a brilliant album, man. I think it's one of the best you've done in a while.
And
I
that's
think,
nice to hear. Thank you.
yeah, no, I generally, and I mean, I love the last one. Don't get me wrong, all of them, but this one has a real tightness to it, a real sort of concept which I love.
Yeah.
It has that drive-in movie feel.
Yeah.
That even though I've never been to a drive-in, I come from the UK. We didn't have drive-ins in the UK.
Yeah, we don't either, but
No,
we've all seen them in
we've
movies.
all seen them in movies. Apparently, here
Yeah.
in Australia, they used to have. My wife used to go to them, but like I've never,
Okay.
I've never been to one, and
Yeah.
I always see them thinking, "Oh God, it must be terrible pitch and awful sound. Why are you there?
Exactly.
You're only there to make out. Let's be honest. That's
True.
that's what all they ever do in those movies, right?
Yes.
Or get killed horribly in the back seat. That
Yeah, you're there to make out and be murdered.
make out be murdered. That's the slasher movie motto, isn't it? There would be no Friday the 13th if no one made out.
Yes.
Well, exactly right. There would be no Voorhees if they all just were singing around a campfire Christian songs.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, thank you for chatting, man. I really appreciate it. I know
Thank you.
you've got a lot to do because you're going to be. I'm sure you've got millions of interviews to do on this for this release date, which is coming up, and of course the tour preparation.
Yes.
But
Yes.
really good luck with it. This is
Thank
a
you.
standout album. I loved every second of it. Thank you very much, and I'm sure that the audiences are going to lap it up. Um, right.
That's good to hear. Good to
And
hear.
I
Thank you, sir.
And otherwise, and put on that weight ready for the tour because you're going to lose it again.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm working on it.
Yeah. When your wife or partner says to you, why are you having extra beef burgers? You go, I'm going to go on tour in a few weeks' time.
Exactly.
Oh dear. It's an excuse to eat chocolate. That's what it is.
Yes. Yes.
Well, ciao for now. Thank you for coming on. And
Thank you. Thank you.
no, thank you for giving us your time. And again, good luck. And thank you for the album.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too, man. Well, have a good
Yes.
day. Okay.
Yeah, it's just starting.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye.